Hi and welcome to Kids series, Building Strong Foundations in Your Child. I'm Mrs. Bernice Mukesh. They call me Miss B, a mother of two lovely children and also an early childhood educator, a Montessorian with an experience of over 16 years and a phonics trainer. If your child is around 2, 3 or 4 years old, you may be wondering how to choose a preschool. What to look for in a preschool. Preschool is the first step on your child's academic journey and can serve as a basis for all future learning. Apart from starting to learn the basics like the alphabet and numbers, preschool teaches important social skills like how to be independent, how to share, and how to follow instructions, and so on. Selecting a preschool that is a good fit for your child can be exciting as well as overwhelming. As a parent, you want to be confident that you decide on the right one for your little one. But how do you make the best choice? I'm going to enlist 11 important things you should carefully look for in a preschool. I remember agonizing over where to send my daughter to preschool. Of course, that agonizing decision led me to getting a diploma in Montessori and eventually start my own preschool along with my husband. It's been more than 16 years since I made the choice, and ever since I've loved it. Well, let's look at how to choose the right preschool for our little ones. A good way to start is first talk with your friends and neighbors about preschools in your area. You can learn about schools with fine reputations and see what kind of experiences their children have had at them. And then you can narrow down your options by looking at location, hours, and price. Every family is different, so these considerations will vary based on your needs. Once you have narrowed it down to a few preschools, schedule a tour. The first tour is best done without the kids, so you can focus on observing and asking questions. While you're touring the preschool, keep these 11 factors in mind. They will be instrumental in choosing a preschool that's the best fit for your child. First and foremost, trust your instincts, that first impulse when you walk into a school. Does the atmosphere seem warm and joyful? Ask for a tour of the facilities and observe carefully to get answers to all your questions. Even pictures hanging on the notice boards can give some clues to the school's philosophy. Do all the drawings look too perfect to be made by preschoolers? Do they support imagination, creativity, etc.? I know in many preschools where after the session is over, the facilitators are asked to work on the drawing notebooks and all the art done by children. The facilitators then complete the work done by the kids and present a perfect drawing notebook, a perfect piece of artwork, and so on. And parents sadly are so pleased to see this. But it shouldn't be this way. The work done by kids would have their own imperfections, and that needs to be appreciated and enjoyed. Secondly, convenience of location. Consider the location of the school. Would you really like your child to travel long distances and spending hours while commuting to and fro? It's a significant change in a child's life to start going to preschool and spending a few hours away from home. Thus, it is important to ensure the overall transition is smooth and comfortable. If you choose a preschool that is far from your house, the child will get exhausted from all the traveling and may not look forward to going to school at all. So look for schools nearby and enroll in the one that suits you the best. However, in case your mind is set on a particular school which is a few kilometers away, check with the transport facilities. Of course, renowned preschools have safe and comfortable transport facilities which will be ideal for preschoolers. Thirdly, credibility of the school. Even if the closest school near your house has the best infrastructure, still you must check the review of the school. Is the school credible enough? How experienced is the management? Who is in charge of the preschool? What about the students of previous batches? Check their website, follow their social media pages, and read reviews online to get a fair idea about what to expect from the school. Most of all, it is very important to check with the parents of former students. Don't go by the look outside. The great advertisement boards, smooth, glossy brochures, stylish websites. You have to be cautious. Fourthly, look around the campus. A preschool need not be huge or too lavish. Primarily, it should be safe. Once you are convinced of the safety and security of the school building, check if the building is child-centric. Your child will be spending about 2 to 3 hours daily. So if the classrooms and corridors are well lit with broad staircases, anti-slipper mats, neat and clean washrooms with dedicated attendants and child-friendly with attractive colors and accessories, then it's easy for children to relate to the environment. Classrooms with child-sized furniture is very important. The kids need to be comfortable while their little brains are growing. See if there is enough space to move around the classroom. The rooms don't need to be huge, but they should be adequately sized for the amount of kids that are there. Also, look for students' work around the classroom. Students' art, writing, creations, pictures should be evident around the classroom. It should feel like a space that belongs to them. Fifthly, safety. Ask the preschool management about the school's emergency plans as well as the teacher-student ratios. Take a look around the playground while you're touring too. As preschools act as a foundation of child's education ahead, it is important that the safety, security, and hygiene are among the key focus areas and not limited to activities alone. See if the school's environment, the school staff, and the infrastructure is safe enough for your child. Will it cause any physical harm? Secondly, emotional safety. What kind of treatment are students getting? Do they feel empowered to express themselves? Cognitive safety. Is the teaching pedagogy and curriculum appropriate as per the kid's age? It can be observed that safety and security is a very broad term in respect of preschools. The age when kids enter a preschool is so tender that any mishappening with them may affect their life ahead. It is important to understand the issues first and then possible solutions to avoid any awkward situation. Not only clean food or water, but neat and clean premises result in healthy learning among students. Water clogging must be avoided within the premises, as it causes many diseases. A very important thing, academic pressure. Preschool isn't meant for putting academic pressure on kids. Rather, it is about nurturing them in a positive and amiable environment to handle pressures of future. Any kind of academic pressure from parents or teachers may not let them to reach developmental milestones in time. So if the school gives a holistic approach, then it's good. The sixth point is facilitators. Facilitators are the second mothers who will be responsible for your child's well-being when he or she is away from you. So while choosing a preschool, go and meet the facilitators. It's imperative that you find out if the teachers are adequately qualified and experienced to handle little children such as yours. If you're 100% convinced by the teachers, you could proceed with the admission, knowing that your child will be in the best of hands. Look for how teachers interact with students. Teachers should get down to the students' eye level when talking. It's also important to see real conversations taking place between the staff and the children. This can be seen in so many ways when you're touring a preschool. There should be lots of interactions between teachers and students, as well as between students and their peers. Hugs, high fives, and encouraging words are great indicators too. And teachers should not be comparing your child with another. Look for facilitators who like what they are doing. This is much harder to ascertain just from observing. Talk to the teachers if at all possible, and a love for teaching will usually shine through. If many of the teachers have been there for years, that's a good sign. Start by checking if the teacher-student ratio is suitable to provide each child appropriate attention. Are the teachers qualified to deal with children of this age? Or are they just bored housewives passing time with a convenient job? You have to check for all these things. The school heads, teachers, and teachers' assistants, these are the people who will introduce your child to life outside the comfortable, safe, and secure environment of your home. More than an imposing building and bright, colorful classrooms, you need to be impressed by the people who run the school and those who will teach your child. Check for teacher-child ratio. Ideally, 1:12 should be fine. Seventhly, how long is the day? Most preschool programs are for 3 hours only. In order to accommodate families where both parents work outside the home, some preschools offer daycare facilities as well. That is extended hours where time is set aside for more home-like activities. My suggestion would be that you leave your child only for 3 hours a day. But if you have to work, if both of you are working and then you have to leave your child for daycare and other things, other extracurricular activities, then you may do so. Eighthly, the curriculum. The curriculum in preschools may vary. So before taking pre-primary admission for your child near your area, check the curriculum that your chosen preschool follows. Some schools follow only Montessori and others follow the blended curriculum, others the traditional. Before the child gets involved in mainstream academics at the pre-primary level, other essential skills need to be developed and refined, which will shape their personality and help them in the long run. Therefore, talk to the preschool coordinators and find out the kind of activities that are done in school. The ninth one is communication and transparency. Good preschools usually maintain a transparent channel of communication with the parent community. It is very important since parents and school need to be in sync and walk hand in hand for the betterment of every child. So before taking the admission, don't forget to find out the frequency and mode of communication from the school's side. The 10th point is ask the school for a clear explanation of the discipline policy. All preschoolers are developing self-regulation and social skills. They need help to learn social rules and the words to express frustration. Good teachers should practice positive discipline. They should enforce discipline by patiently explaining and teaching, not by punishing. Under no circumstances should children be physically punished. The school should use positive discipline and patiently guide the child's behavior. There should be total ban of any corporal punishment. If any corporal punishment is imposed on a child, penal action can be initiated against the management. The child's behavior may become worse if the preschool quality is low. Although attending preschool is associated with better cognitive development and social competence, studies show that the child's behavior may worsen if the preschool is lower in quality. This is another reason why parents should make an effort to look for good preschools. The 11th thing is care and cleanliness. With young children still developing immunity, cleanliness is something that cannot be compromised. Do not just look at how clean the classrooms are, but also the hygiene levels maintained in washrooms. How clean are the bathrooms? Are there dustbins which are easily reachable for children? Are the toilets kid-friendly? Are the toys cleaned regularly? Are the helpers kind with your kids? These are also certain things that you have to look for. Since this is probably the first major life-impacting decision we make for our kids, it is bound to be a bit daunting. Having said that, may we also add that this should be no cause for stress, as there are many good choices available. As long as you are not insistent on a particular brand or chain, you will find many reputed preschools that can give your child a great experience. How do we know which one is right for our child? Well, there's no single answer for that. No fixed formula that will please all. What's right for your neighbor may not be appropriate for you. Some schools may have a swanky infrastructure but less experienced teachers, while some may have the best team of caregivers in more modest surroundings. Sometimes, if everything else fits your requirements, the fees may be way above your budget. Whatever your priorities, do ensure that you evaluate these key parameters during your selection process. Make the right decision and ensure the correct life path for your child. By keeping these points in mind, you can ensure that the school you select most closely reflects the same ideals as your own and builds an enriching environment for your children to learn and thrive in. Frederick Douglass says, "It is easier to build stronger children than to repair broken men." Doing the right thing at the right time and at the right place for your child can make a difference. Hope this was useful. Do leave in your comments and queries. You can get in touch with me. The number is given in the description. Also, do like, share, subscribe, and press the bell icon for more. Have a great day. God bless you. Bye-bye.